Hello, Ascended Warriors, and welcome to a channeled message. I'm your host, Chris Alicia, and this message is to accompany the Ascended Warrior episode on Soul Exodus. When I went into meditation and asked why here and why now and why us, this was the answer that was provided to me. They came forward as ancestors, people who had been incarnated in this planet at this time and understood what we were dealing with. So please enjoy this message in love and light. So it is our turn to speak. We sit and we watch these conversations, these days of contemplation, like watching a television show play across the ages, sitting in the energy of the unknown, watching with popcorn as you question all that is. Why this? Why now? Why him? These messages, these questions, they ruminate across the ages. We hear them so clearly and smile with each question. For they are the questions of the awakening, the questions of the change. Each question has you dive deeper into that energy, into that essence of who and what you are. We praise you for each question. Never once are we bothered by the litany of times you ask why. The irony, though, dear ones, is that we are not the ones who answer. You find those answers in yourself. Why? Why are you here? Why are you this? Why are you that? Why do you stand? Why do you crawl? We guide you towards those answers. We hold your hand as you ask them, but we do not answer. For you are the answer. You hold the answer. All you must do is sit in that quiet room, ask your beautiful questions, and allow yourself to be. Feel that energy of expansion when you just sit. You are light. You are all that is and all that ever will be. Creators of the cells of life. Birthers of souls. As creators, there is nothing you do not know, nothing you do not understand. We sit here and we watch, supporting, guiding, enjoying. For although it is your turn to be birthed in the flesh, we have been there before. We will be there again. You warriors of this time have come to ask these questions during the great change, during the great evolution. The time of chaos makes you feel crazy and alone. Yet you have chosen to come here because of your strength, because of your groundedness, because of the lives and lessons that you have learned to attain this time in this place. We stand behind you. We stand beside you. We praise you for coming down in the physical at this time. We thank you for doing it in our stead. Alone? Gods, no, never alone. Supported and loved on all sides in ways and manners you cannot possibly understand. You take this walk for all of us. You walk these steps and you knock down these walls so that we do not have to. You are the symbol of humanity in a time of change. Holding your light and knocking down these walls and walking through that mud and those barriers and the pain. Blessed be, dear one, for holding this space in this time. Thank you for doing this for us all. Keep trudging through that mud. Keep knocking down those walls. You have chosen to do this. You are strong enough to do this. You hold this space for the all. We are all one. Feel our energy around you, lighting up the cells of your physical form, relieving you of those doubts and those fears and that loneliness. The physical form is so temporary, and yet this time it is so important for you to be here, to stand this ground, to have those experiences. Anchor in the energy of us all. Hold the energy of oneness for the world as it moves through this torment. Allow that world to spin around you as you hold your space, as you hold your truth, as you ask your beautiful questions of awakening. We are beside you. We are within you. Pave the way for all that is. Feel that pride and that power that you carry. Volunteers. You are volunteers at this time. It is not an accident. It was not a ticket that you pulled or a short straw that you draw. You stood at that time in that place and said, I will do this. I will come. Can't you feel how much we honor you for this struggle, for that willingness? So many of you warriors shot down to the planet, these beacons of light across the world in the most challenging of human circumstances. For we cannot have light without darkness. Hold your light, hold your space, for each place you are is the battleground. Not the battleground of war as you know it, with some foe you can face, but the battleground of change and of that chaos. You dance along this moment. You dance along that energy in this change. Those will start to look to you for guidance and for support. Do not lose yourself to those questions. You are here as a pillar, as a beacon, but you are not a Messiah. You are one of them. They are one of you. Do not lose sight of that mission, of that guidance, of that call. Allow yourself to shine. Allow them to come and to hear and to feel. But do not allow them to worship, for the time of worshiping ideals is over. Each must find their own light. They must ask their own questions of awakening. But your beacon will call. It will remind them of the other. It will remind them of the home. So thank you again, dear ones, for standing in this space, for coming into this physical form, knowing what you would face and what you must bring. Remember, you are not alone. You are never alone. For we are just a feeling away. Blessed be, dear ones. Namaste.